and the doorbell was pressed umpteen times by the manicured fingers of those elegant ladies, the elite ladies, opening the door and seating them comfortably on the sofa with the creased saris and the designer suits. They had all gathered there for their monthly kitty party session. And when I talk about the kitty party session, it was the hall, which was just 15 by 20. It was buzzing with giggles and laughters, showing off the jewelries, the makeup, the hairstyle. Yes, it was a kitty party session. 10 a.m. to 12 noon is supposed to be the me time of most of the homemakers in Kuwait. Particularly, why Kuwait? Because I'm staying here. In Kuwait, this is supposed to be the me time of the homemakers. I hope my audience agrees. Why? Husbands are packed off to their office, children to their respective schools, housemaids are done with their usual household chores, and it is the me time. I particularly chose this me time to tap upon the unproductive time which was getting wasted. How? I'll tell you later. But let me bring your attention to the fact or the quote which was mentioned by Anne Franklin. She is a writer, a blogger, the chief content officer of Marketing Prof's company, which is a training company to empower the marketers. And she said once, make customers the heroes of your story. And here I was sitting with the heroes, the prospective heroes of my story, the homemakers. So why shouldn't I tap them? This brings me to a number of questions which were intriguing me while I was sitting in one corner. And then finally I gathered courage and I stood up. The first question that I bounced on my audience was, what is the purpose of this kitty party session? And why at all did I choose this occasion for my presence? Out came an army of responses. Oh, this kitty party is to build my identity. Some time which I get as a freedom from the usual routine household chores. It is a freedom from my husband and my kids. And the most common response, was, I want to enjoy my me time. What's wrong in that? Nothing wrong. But do we have a way to use up this time? If I quip in between and I ask, what if I add skill building in this me time? And this brought me to a point where I should be using my PR skills. PR stands for Public Relations. So I brought in my PR skills and I threw open a number of questions. Can we use up this waste of time, which was the danger zone I was stepping in, mind you, audience. But I asked them, how can we use up this time productively? And the answer was, you tell me. And I suggested, why don't we have a Toastmasters club for the homemakers? You don't have to do much. A monthly meeting, which you call as a kiddie party session, I can converted it into an open house where you informally happen to discuss upon the points or the topics of your choice. You build upon it, you summarize, you discuss, you present. And in turn, you get recognitions. And the idea clicked. Somewhere in the right side corner of the hall, somebody raised her hand and said, can I moderate this club? Oh my God, there was a response, there was a positive response. She agreed to my suggestion and took up this whole task of setting up a club for the homemakers. Do you know when Mr. Ralph Spedley, he established the first Toastmasters International Club in US in 1905, followed by in 1970 when the first woman, Miss Helen Blanchard, joined the Toastmasters International, followed by in 1985 when she became the president of the Toastmasters International Club, which you own. Has anyone thought of the fact that women can be good orators? I give you an example. My club here, SKTM, is proud of the TM champions. TM Adeline, TM Namrata, and TM Vanitawala. And if the example is less, here I am who is on the verge of completing her pathways within a time period of just 1 year. If I can do it, why can't you? Yes, you can do it. Think about it. Any takers for the homemakers club?